So this is a video I probably should have made a couple of months ago, but I was in the middle of that iceberg series, and I had a lot of thoughts going in about the Kirby series, about how it's been recently playing, as well as its future, and some other interesting thoughts, and I really wanted to say something about it. So I did, on r/Kirby, because I didn't feel like making a video then, and I figured more people would have saw that as opposed to watching a video that I had to put more time in. Now, however, it seems like the opposite would be true, which is funny. So anyway, while I'll probably be linking the original post in the description or something, I'm gonna reread what I wrote there and just like regurgitate it out here, and I'm gonna be like slightly rewording some things just so it sounds like I'm like writing it now instead of back then. And I'll also be adding some extra notes and thoughts at the end or along the way. So I saw a video of an iceberg chart for the series on YouTube, and that put me back in a mood for the series and reminded myself why I love it so much. The characters, the lore, connecting details ourselves together for it. It reminded me of old facts I forgot as well as new ones, etc. It also made me want to say some things that I've had on my mind a bit more openly. So, wanting to play Star Allies again, I decided to do it as Fifidria, and I already played it a lot beforehand and beat the game as all of the Dream Friends plus Kawasaki as well as Plug, since you don't fug with him. But after that morning, though, I just felt kind of again, and content enough with that being the most I play for however long. And funnily enough, I coincidentally did that again just last night before making this video and recording for it. I personally always felt that Star Allies gameplay, mainly the base game, and especially level design and content, to feel kind of weak for what I wish for in a Kirby game, and I'm sure a lot of people agree with that, especially base game. But the playable roster is amazing and makes the negative parts even more of a shame, because it's so fucking good and there's not much to do with it. Without going into much detail, there were some assets leaked from Fighters 2 that I heard of that may be a hint at another game coming. I also heard they want to or expect it to be the new quote-unquote pinnacle of the series. Now, as for an update, I haven't really heard much more of that or looked much into it, so I don't know how true it still is, but I hope it is. Continuing on, that sounds great, right? Except one problem. I love Darok. I love all the Dream Friends. I really, really, really will miss them if they're not back. Say whatever you think about Star Allies, but you can tell that there is a lot of love put into the Dream Friends, and they are blessed to play as, especially the little more details that are added with updates such as the hidden portraits and animations on the menu screen, etc. Plus, it was a dream come true to have characters like Darok, Adeline, Taranza, whoever is your favorite to become playable, digging Dark Meta Knight more. Though I also always wish that they were just playable in a, better game, you know? Heck, even if Star Allies was perfect, I still really miss them in future games. I mean, playing the side characters is what's the most fun in Kirby. I know it's called Kirby, but fuck Kirby, I want to play as Zuzi or whoever else. They're the most fun and cool. If the next main series title is to be the Apex, I fear they might rework a lot due to Star Allies' mostly mediocre reception, and just include all of our buddies who'd then just be stuck in Star Allies possibly forever, trapped in mediocrity. It'd be hard for me to super love the next game without them. Sorry that my voice broke, but if they're there, then perfect, so I must hope that they are included still. I mean, they've clearly been reusing a lot of assets, so I don't see why they can't continue that trend here and hopefully keep the good part of Star Allies. Like, they know that people liked the cast. I mean, they brought some of them back in Fighters 2, so hopefully they're there in what would be a supposedly better game, and that they know that it was just specifically the other things that people did not like about Star Allies, but loved all of them. However, now, I'd like to take a turn and lament about what I like to call the Forbidden Three. The Forbidden Three is the nickname I've decided to give the three who I feel should have been, or at least would have liked to been playable in Star Allies, but weren't. Galactonite, Highness, and Morphonite. There's of course other characters who would have been cool to play as, such as Dark Matter Swordsman, but I specifically think of these three for feeling more obvious and already directly being in the game. Galactonite was weird not being playable due to his popularity, and of course, already having a model in the game that's used as a quick joke. Just seemed like a waste in the end, I mean, to right there. And all that effort to program him just for that one little scene. Highness had all the colors in the game's files for a bit, implying he was supposed to be playable but got cut, which is a really huge shame because that would have been fucking incredible. I love him, and Hooded Highness looks so cool, and it could have gave us even more lore. Then Morphonite for being new to the game, interesting, mysterious, cool, adding new lore regarding the butterfly and stuff, and would have been completing the night group with a playable Galacta. Plus, it's Beta Meta Knight, which is just awesome. Being cool, fun, and possibly expanding lore is the reasons why they all should have been playable too. It's a shame that they never may be, or at least not without a phenomenal Dream Friends roster. And then after that, I just wrote conclusion stuff. And yeah, that's a very good point, Wilfred, and some other things I want to add was that, another reason why it's, a shame that they aren't playable in there is that it could have been their only chance. If the new game cuts characters or doesn't add any old ones, then that's it. Those three are basically fucking screwed. I mean, Galacta might have a chance, but those other two awesome dudes don't. At least I don't really think they might not. Or at least I don't think they might. Sorry. But apparently, I found out that they had planned other characters to be included, such as Shadow Kirby, and some of the characters from Canvas Curse and Rainbow Curse. And the other one that they considered was Galactonite. However, the other ones I mentioned are nowhere to be found, not even Dark Matter Swordsman. And apparently one of the reasons why they cut that was because they just wanted it to stick to one character per game and not break that rule. And while I can get that clean mindset, it's still come the fuck on. I mean, nobody would have complained about it if one game got more representation. That would have been so cool, nobody would have complained. It's just more characters to have. And, yeah, Star Allies kind of felt like it was supposed to be, a celebration, too, by including all of them. And it's possible that other games might not have that theme, so they'll be cut, and other ones that we want won't be added either. But again, you can always hope, and that they won't be stuck in the average, above average celebration of a game. But I don't know, maybe they could still be in, or maybe not. I'm just saying that, the okay gameplay aside, it would be great if they improved that. But, if they're never coming back, then it's just going to be hard to love future games, no matter, how much they up the quality. I guess I could get over it, but, I don't know, just imagine how fucking cool it'd be to have Darok or Dark Meta Knight in those games also, as well as the playable cast that didn't make it, and just having them all together. That's kind of what I want to see in the future of the series, as well as cleaning other things up. It just seems like it's going to be really hard to achieve or dream of that. Anyway, before ending this video, I just want to shout out somebody who commented on said post and talked about getting Mario added, and then that led to a discussion of him going oomph and fighting Bowser, Giga Bowser in that game as a boss, and how fucking cool that would be, because I didn't think about other Nintendo characters being added, even though I think that the missing Kirby cast should be, first dibs. But yeah, I mean, Link and Samus are obvious, even though they would be really weird to see in there, but probably funnily. I mean, the Animal Crossing characters would fit super fucking well as Pokemon, but I have a feeling the latter might be sort of butts. The Fox might fit in well, and it's funny to imagine him blasting everything there. And then other people who are there mainly talked about story, and that's cool too, and would be neat, and they came up with some interesting things, but that's not my concern for this video at least. However, they did also talk about Star Allies' rushed-looking quality as well as upcoming things. But yeah, that ends it there, and just say whatever you think if you understood my ramblings. Bye-bye.